This is Eastern Kentucky University 5:30 p.m. ceremony on May 10th. This is the main recording.
Last time, well, second to last time.
Good evening, and welcome to Eastern Kentucky University's Spring 2014 Commencement Exercises. In this ceremony, we honored degree candidates in the college. Now, please rise for the presentation of the national colors and join Cheyenne Jennings in the singing of our national anthem, and remain standing as the university singers, under the direction of Dr. Richard Waters, perform My Old Kentucky Home.
Color guard, halt. Present colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? The sun shines bright on the old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the people are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. My boy, what times comes a-knocking at the door, then my old Kentucky home, good night. Weep no more, my lady, oh, weep no more today. We will sing one song for the old Kentucky home, for the old Kentucky home, far away, far from my home. Sweet
Carry colors. Post. Colors. Ready? Post. Colors. Present arms. Order arms. About face. Forward march.
Thank you, and please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the 12th President of Eastern Kentucky University, Dr. Michael Benson.
Good evening and welcome. Before I get to the prescribed script, I want to just say a couple of things. This is our third go-around of the ceremony today. I think we've gotten the bugs worked out. But I do want to thank a few groups before we get started. First to Cheyenne, who has now sung the national anthem 3 times. Thank you very, very much for your talent. Also, our university singers, you saw some of them in academic regalia, but most of them did not have to be here today. They chose to be here, and they sang 3 different times, and I want to thank particularly Dr. Waters and the university singers for their beautiful performance today. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank our string quartet for being with us as well. An event like graduation, we hope comes off without a hitch, but that only happens when there is yeoman's work on the part of many, many people. Our facilities people, all the folks that help plan and execute, all the folks that help with parking and everything else. So please join me in thanking our facilities team and everyone else that's helped put this event together today. Parents, families, and friends, members of the Board of Regents, distinguished guests, faculty, and staff, thank you so much for joining us today to celebrate with our spring graduates this milestone in their lives. In all 3 ceremonies combined today, we are formally conferring 1,977 bachelor's degrees, 499 master's degrees, 122 associate degrees, 20 specialist degrees, and 3 doctoral degrees for a total of 2,621. This evening's graduates include many who have achieved academic distinction. We're proud of all those who are graduating with honors, but I would like to recognize at this time 3 groups in particular. If you would please hold your applause until all 3 groups have been recognized. Would all those who are graduating this evening from our nationally prominent honors program as honor scholars please stand and remain standing. Next, would all those who are graduating summa cum laude with a 3.9 GPA or higher please stand and remain standing. And finally, now would all those graduates who are members of EKU's highest multidisciplinary honor society, Phi Kappa Phi, also stand. Please join me in honoring these 3 groups of outstanding student scholars. Thank you. Please be seated. We'd also like to extend congratulations to all others who are graduating with honors this evening. Throughout her 108-year history, Eastern Kentucky University has been known as a school of opportunity, and we will always be proud of this distinction. I am particularly pleased to acknowledge this evening the many first-generation college graduates who are earning a degree. This means that neither their parents nor anyone in an earlier generation was a college graduate. Will all the candidates for degrees who are the first generation in their families to earn a college degree please stand. Thank you very much. Commencement is also at the time we recognize the many others who have contributed to the success of these candidates with resources, encouragement, occasional cajoling, and love and understanding. I ask the following to stand as you are presented and remain standing so that we may welcome and honor you as a group. First, will the parents of the candidates for graduation please stand? Next, will spouses of the candidates please stand? Next, one of the most important groups, will the grandparents of the candidates please stand? And finally, will children and other family members of our graduates please stand and be recognized? To the graduates, you realize that the success that you have had here at Eastern Kentucky University was not achieved in a vacuum. Through the dedication of committed faculty and very capable staff, you have succeeded. I would like all the faculty and staff who have instructed and served these candidates to please stand and be recognized. Thank you very much. Degree candidates, will you please join me in showing your appreciation for these very important people in your lives with a generous round of applause. I would now like to recognize some special individuals here on the platform, members of the Board of Regents who have joined us this evening. Will each regent kindly stand when presented and remain standing? Craig Turner, Chair of the Board from Lexington. Ernie House, Vice Chair of the Board from London. Alan Long from Richmond. Holly Wiedemann from Moormore. Faculty Regent Dr. Amy Thiem from Berea. And Student Regent Sarah Carpenter, also from Berea. Please join me in greeting these members of our board and thank them for their service to EKU. One of the hallmarks of Eastern Kentucky University is our commitment to teaching excellence. We are indeed blessed with many outstanding faculty members, talented educators who are dedicated to the success of our students. We are seeing the fruits of their efforts here today. The EKU Foundation Professorship is the highest university award an Eastern faculty member can receive. An EKU Foundation Professor is recognized as having achieved a truly outstanding performance in the three primary roles of a faculty member: teaching, service, and scholarship. Our EKU Foundation professors for 2014-16 are Dr. Richard Crosby, Professor of Music, and Dr. Kenneth Tennell, Professor of Justice Studies. Dr. Crosby is with us for the ceremony. Dr. Crosby, would you please stand and be recognized? We also have with us 4 additional foundation professors. We welcome them today. Thank you very much. Dr. Tennell was recognized in an earlier ceremony this afternoon. Dr. Elizabeth Wachtel, Acting Vice President for Student Success, will now introduce our student speaker. Dr. Wachtel.
Each semester, a member of the graduating class is selected for the honor of presenting a student commencement address. This evening, that honor belongs to Tatiana Marie Cody of Lawrenceburg, who is graduating as an honors scholar with a bachelor's degree in biology pre-med. Sharing in Tatiana's special day here today are her mother, Tanya Petrie, her sister, Serena Cody, her brother, Christopher Damrell, and 2 sisters who couldn't join us here because of work obligations, but are watching a live stream, Katharina Dixon and Angelique Morales. I know they are all very proud of Tatiana, as are we. It is now my pleasure and privilege to introduce the student speaker for this evening's commencement program, Tatiana Marie Cody.
President Benson, members of the Board of Regents, faculty and staff, family and friends, and my fellow graduates. Good evening, and thank you for being here to celebrate this hard-earned rite of passage. I would first like to call attention to the gravity of the occasion. When my fellow graduates and I exit this room today, we will be active, responsible, degree-holding citizens. Feel proud, fellow colonels. What we have accomplished here is no small task and should never be taken for granted. That said, we must also never take for granted those who helped to get us to where we are today. Family and friends, you kept us grounded and focused through the most challenging moments of our lives so far. We thank you. Faculty and staff, you have challenged us to dream bigger and to do more than we ever imagined possible. We thank you. My fellow graduates, you have made the last 4 years unforgettable. Thank you. Our journey to this moment has been filled with academic rigor, the challenges of entering adulthood, and it's safe to say, more caffeine than most people consume in a lifetime. And yet here we sit, poised to begin our next chapter as graduates of our beloved alma mater. As we pack up to leave EKU, it is important to consider the best things that we will take with us, the lessons that we have learned both in and out of the classroom. One of the most important lessons that I have learned in my time at Eastern is that no growth happens inside of comfort zones. Freshman year, my comfort zone was Sullivan Hall 416, which is exactly where I planted myself for the first 2 full weeks of fall semester, leaving only for classes and food. It was simply fear of the unknown that kept me there. I've learned that stepping outside of comfort zones is like losing baby teeth. It has to happen eventually, but it can go one of 2 ways. Either you're met with strings and doorknobs and threats of pliers by frustrated parents, or you get to indulge in a sense of accomplishment and a lot less pain when you work up the courage to do it yourself. With this in mind, I decided to kernel up and opted for the latter. What I found outside my residence hall was opportunity. The opportunity to meet the most amazing friends anyone could ask for, to serve my community on local and national levels, and to grow as a person, professional, and leader. What I found was the power of Maroon. Now, the power of Maroon isn't something we were born with, not even legacies like me. It's not even something that we had when we first stepped on campus freshman year. It grew within us during our time at EKU, probably without us even noticing. So, what is the power of Maroon? Well, what did wax on, wax off have to do with Daniel San learning karate? Practicing stepping outside of one's own 4 walls within the safety of the EKU community has given us the ability to do the same out in the world with confidence. The education we have received and the experiences we have had at EKU are the tools that we need to effect positive change in our community, our service region, and on the global stage. That is the power of Maroon. It has taken root in my life and empowered me to embrace opportunity and change. As the final weeks of this semester drew to a close, I found myself once again planted in my residence hall, leaving only for classes, food, and work. This time, it was not out of the fear of the unknown or how I could possibly finish the 11 required books for honors rhetoric that kept me inside the residence hall. This time, I was polishing off my honors senior thesis and making plans for my move to Washington, D.C. at the end of this summer. 2 dreams that freshman year I never believed myself capable of achieving. As we enter this next chapter, some of us will be moving on to serve our country in the armed forces. Many of us will be furthering our education in graduate and professional degree programs, and still more of us will be entering into the workforce head-on. As these paths scatter us across the country, or lead us back home, many of us feel a fire inside. And we might confuse that fire inside with unadulterated excitement or apprehension-induced indigestion. But really, it is the power of maroon. It is the essence of what it means to be a colonel, to go forth as critical thinkers and effective communicators with the hunger to experience the richness of our communities and to succeed in a dynamic global market. So today, as we take our first steps into the world beyond EKU, I hope you will remember what Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr. so exquisitely expressed. A mind that is stretched by a new experience can never go back to its old dimensions. With each step outside of our comfort zones and each new experience, we grow and change, and that is always worthwhile. We are equipped with the tools that we need to succeed and endowed with the power of maroon. In the words of Mr. Miyagi, first learn stand, then learn fly. Eastern Kentucky University has helped us to our feet. Now let us go forth with the courage to spread our wings. Thank you.
Tatiana, thank you very much. I can attest to her ability as a critical thinker. She was in my class this past semester. And what she did not mention is that she's going to Washington, D.C. to study for a law degree at George Washington University. We're very proud of you, Tatiana. Each year, each academic college, the Office of Student Affairs, and the International Alumni Association nominate individuals for the President's Outstanding Senior Award. This award is based on scholarship, leadership, and service to both campus and community. Each recipient receives a well-deserved plaque and a $1,000 stipend. We were richly blessed this year with some outstanding candidates for this prestigious award, but none more deserving than Holly Bebot Talby of Lexington, who has clearly excelled in the areas of scholarship, service, and leadership. Holly, who graduated from the College of Health Sciences, was formally recognized at our 1:30 p.m. ceremony today. As most of you know, I am concluding my first year as president of Eastern Kentucky University. And indeed, it has been a fantastic year thanks to the incredible people associated with EKU, a place and a people that I have come to deeply appreciate. The famed medieval theologian and philosopher Saint Bonaventure once said, "Seek the company of good people. If you share their company, you will also share their virtue." I have said from the start that human capital is this university's greatest asset, and I am blessed beyond imagination to be surrounded by really, really good people on a daily basis at Eastern Kentucky University. One example is our keynote speaker for the ceremony, Mr. Craig Turner, chair of our Board of Regents. Mr. Turner's family roots run deep at EKU. When he crossed this commencement stage in 1975, Craig was following the footsteps of both his educated parents, Floyd County natives who later moved to Michigan. His wife, Madonna, who is with us today, along with Craig's mother and mother-in-law, grew up in Pikeville, and she also earned a degree from Eastern. I need it to speed up a little bit. There we go. All right. When Craig joined the EKU Board of Regents in 2006 and became its chair last year, Mr. Turner wasn't looking back. Mindful and appreciative of Eastern's rich history, but not bound by it, Mr. Turner has helped us reimagine an even brighter future for our university, a bold vision for change coupled with commitment to greater financial self-sufficiency. I came to know Mr. Turner well when he chaired the Presidential Search Committee and Screening Committee that selected me as last year as Eastern's 12th president. And his far-sighted leadership excited me about the tremendous possibilities here. I saw for myself the traits that have made him such a successful entrepreneur and businessman. Number one, he welcomes and embraces necessary change. And number two, he's not afraid to take risks. That explains how this 1975 political science graduate left behind a career in public service and industrial development in the mid-1990s to launch MedPro Safety Products, a firm that manufactures and distributes medical devices to protect both healthcare worker and patient. Mr. Turner is also the founder and CEO of CRM Companies, a commercial real estate development enterprise. Just as he has done so many times in his own career, Craig believes Eastern must keep reinventing itself to stay on top of its game, and that's what we're trying to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce Craig Turner, one of our most distinguished graduates, highly successful entrepreneur and businessman, and a visionary leader who loves his alma mater and wants nothing but the best for her. Please give a warm colonel welcome to Mr. Craig Turner.
Well, good evening. You know, I've referred to this week as Triple Crown Week. We had the Derby last Saturday, we have graduation today, and we have Mother's Day tomorrow. So the reason I bring that up is, graduates, please don't forget Mother's Day tomorrow. For most of you, this will be the first time you've attended a college graduation ceremony, but there are several other firsts that I'd like to make you aware of. I believe this is the first time in the history of Eastern Kentucky University that the chairman of the board has delivered the commencement address. And I hope I won't end up making it the last. It was the first time this year that the entire Board of Regents went to Frankfurt to visit with the House and Senate on behalf of the university. Many of you will be a first-generation graduate. This is your first day outside college life. Make the most of it. Interesting that the president playing dodgeball with the students was a first, and he's still alive. President Benson was the first EKU president to take a selfie. And I will do my best to be the first to keep your attention during a commencement address. So I'd like to share a story with you. In August of 1971, a young man from outside Detroit, Michigan, stepped onto the campus of Eastern Kentucky University. He had strong family roots, and both of his parents were graduates of Eastern. When he arrived, he had no idea what lied ahead. He was an accomplished high school athlete who had received basketball scholarships from Eastern, several other major universities, as well as consideration to the Air Force Academy. The young man agonized for months about his college selection, but he was truly more concerned about playing basketball. He ultimately decided to attend Eastern because it was 5.5 hours from his hometown in Michigan. This choice would allow his father, who taught him to play, and his unofficial coach through high school to come and visit. He made the right choice because it was clear from the first basketball practice that the 1971-72 EKU team was very good. They eventually went on to the NCAA, just as this year's team did. This young man also planned to follow in his father's footsteps by becoming a second lieutenant upon graduation and entering the military. The young man practiced hard, was eagerly looking forward to the start of the basketball season, and Thanksgiving came when it was time to run home. On Thanksgiving Day, while the turkey was being put in the oven, he told his mother that he would take a quick 30-minute ride on his motorcycle. During the ride, an oncoming car ran a light and instantly changed this man's plans, and his life was forever altered. He survived the accident, and he returned to EKU after spending weeks in the hospital and recovering at home. It's hard to play basketball on crutches with a leg cast from your toes to your chest. He missed the first season, and he struggled physically, so therefore onto the sidelines he went. The young man in this story is in fact me. My freshman year at Eastern would forever change my life. The injuries I sustained significantly and permanently reduced the range and motion in my foot, limiting my basketball playing time. But more importantly, it also prevented me from passing the military physical exam. My dreams of being a basketball star and later a military officer disappeared in a puff of smoke. What to do now? Sometimes in life, events and circumstances beyond your control force you to walk away from your dreams and play the cards you are dealt. That's pretty tough at age 18. However, I assure you from personal experience that you will appreciate life's successes much more if you overcome obstacles that you never anticipated nor caused. You know, each of us deals with success, failure, and problems in different ways. Lou Holtz, a famous football coach, once said, "Don't ever tell your problems to anyone, because 20% don't care and the other 80% are glad that you have them." But while at Eastern, I did meet a young lady who was from Miller, Kentucky, and has now been my wife for almost 39 years. She carried my books to class when I was on crutches and has continued to stand by my side, listening, supporting, and cheering me on. And yes, always giving me advice. I hope that you too have found long life friends and mentors during your stay at Eastern. Wikipedia defines family as a group of people affiliated by birth, by marriage, or sharing a home, and an association of people who share common beliefs and activities. You are a member of the EKU family, some for more years than others, but your time here, I'm sure, includes your own experiences of excitement, despair, anticipation, disappointment, and satisfaction. These are all things that families experience. But what did you learn from them? But more importantly, how will you use these experiences to your future advantage? You've had a lot of guidance and advice while at Eastern, I'm sure, from your parents, your family members, your professors, your coaches, your classmates, one who obviously knew more about math, science, or history than you did, or in some cases, maybe advice from a bartender. Your college life began 4, 5, 6, maybe more years ago, and unless you plan to pursue an advanced degree, your college life will now end. But the important thing is not how long your college life lasts, but rather how you lived it and what you learned from it. I hope that in addition to the academic knowledge you gained, you also learned some valuable life lessons. What will you do now? Will you be a person who lives for someone else and strives to meet their expectations? Or will you be someone who follows your dreams and seeks a future that brings fulfillment and happiness to you? The happiest people don't necessarily have the best of everything. They just make the most of everything that comes their way. As your chairman, my vision is to build upon Eastern's strong tradition, to respect its heritage, and to help guide the university as it adapts to meet the changes and needs for both present and future students. This vision centers around you, the students. I may never meet or get to know most of you, but I do understand that each time a decision is made by the board, that decision will impact you and the future and the students to follow in your footsteps. This university has an obligation to continuously strive to do better, assess what we do, why we do it, and whether it was positive and made a difference to you. The world is changing and we must adapt and anticipate future trends and needs. Our goal here is to ensure that you receive a quality education that's affordable and prepare you with the right tools to enter the workplace or continue your education. What do you think our campus will look like in the future? I just know that we need to make sure that campus life remains a very important part of college life. Will we delight or disappoint our future students? I envision a campus that is fully integrated with the latest technology, showcasing new housing, creating a more urban mixed-use environment while preserving our Southern culture. I see us capitalizing on the aspects of public-private partnerships, becoming more financially self-sufficient, and relying less on the ever-diminishing state funding. We must build modern, updated educational facilities. We need to re-energize the Student Center. We need to create additional green space and continue to recruit visionary faculty and staff. But we must do all this while we are striving to meet the needs of the students academically, financially, and socially. We must change with the times. Kentuckian Whitney Young Jr., a former executive director of the National Urban League, was a recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. I find his words defining. He said, "Change has a considerable impact on the human mind. To the fearful, change is threatening because it means that things may get worse. To the hopeful, change is encouraging because things may get better. But to the confident, change is inspiring because the challenge exists to make things better." So I challenge you, the class of 2014, to leave Eastern with the goal to go change the world and make it a better place. I challenge the faculty and staff of Eastern to embrace the future with confidence. You are the best and the brightest, and you can make a difference and ensure that Eastern remains vibrant. Your words and actions can set you apart from the crowd. Don't forget Eastern. Don't forget your friends, the faculty, and staff that made a difference in your life. Remember, we are family. Many of you are sitting out there today wondering if you will ever fulfill your dreams, while I stand up here never imagining that one day I would realize my own. Your parents have dreamed of this day, as have you. For me, being the chairman of the Regents is one of the highest honors and most greatest responsibilities ever bestowed upon me. It's time-consuming, it's challenging, it's fun. It requires me to make some tough and sometimes unpopular decisions. I have tried to keep you, the students, central to my goals of the university. I've been extremely fortunate to have a variety of rewarding experiences in both my professional and personal life. I've learned that there's nothing more important than family. I consider you all part of that family. You may not leave here a perfect individual, but you will definitely leave here different from the person you were when you arrived. Just look at me. Here I am, some 43 years later, with a lot less hair, serving as the chair of the Board of Regents. Who could have ever imagined this would happen? Not me, not even in my dreams. I assure you, not my friends, and I can tell you especially not my college professors. I started out in life with a goal to make money. I eventually realized what I want to do in life is to make a difference and to love what I do. It's much more satisfying and it lasts a lot longer than making decisions strictly on monetary outcomes. As my daughters grew up, I constantly reminded them of two sayings. If you're not the lead dog, the scenery is always the same. And you can't climb the ladder of success with frozen feet. Time is a precious thing, and I encourage you to make the most of every single day. I do believe that many of you will have an opportunity to make a profound difference in the world. You are the future, so buckle up, enjoy it. Mine's been a whirlwind. In the end, it's not going to matter how many breaths you took, but it's how many moments took your breath away. To each of you, congratulations and the best of luck. Your families are extremely proud of you today. You can't imagine the sense of relief they are experiencing. So my last words of advice, this would be a great time to ask for money. So to all of you, go make them and EKU proud. Thank you very much.
Provost Dr. Jana Weiss will now proceed with the formal conferring of degrees on our graduates.
President Benson, Dean Wade will join me in presenting the candidates for the undergraduate and graduate degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Will the candidates for degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences please stand and remain standing? President Benson, these candidates have been approved by the faculty, and I present them to you for the conferring of their degrees.
President Benson, Dean Wade and I present these candidates to you for the conferring of their degrees.
Candidates, the long anticipated hour has come. You are here with family and loved ones looking on. The faculty and officers of the university are gathered in witness and testimony to your conduct and purpose. Therefore, by virtue of the authority granted to me by the Board of Regents of Eastern Kentucky University and with the faculty's recommendation, it is now my pleasure to confer upon each of you the appropriate degree, the requirements of which you have fulfilled, and do hereby vest each of you with the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. Your diploma confirmed and acknowledged by the Great Seal of the University. Congratulations. You may please be seated.
Will the honorary faculty advisors please escort the degree candidates to the stage? Professor Stephen Higginbotham will now read the names of the graduates. This is both a solemn and joyous occasion. As names are called, I ask each of you to show the decorum, the dignity of the occasion warrants. In this way, each graduate can receive the recognition he or she deserves. To the graduates, since photos are being taken of you and the president when you're on the stage, we ask that you please refrain from taking your own photos. Thank you.
The Graduate School, College of Arts and Sciences. Master of Arts, Christopher M. Foley. Zachary Griffith. Megan Marie Robinson. Master of Fine Arts, Janice Colleen Clayton. Lisa Schmidley. Laura Ellen Woofit. Master of Music, Abby M. Fowler. Brian Anthony Imes. Brittany A. Knopp. Uriah Andrew Tolbert. Master of Public Administration, Corey William Brook. Michael Andrew Ward. Lena Irene Datko. Chad Michael Gilbert. Joshua Aaron Hughes. Luke O'Neill Morgan. Karinya Munene Muirige. Elise Pezzi. Master of Science. Jaylee Lynn Adams. Perry W. Barnes. Timothy Michael Brigman. Talia Marie Bryant. Adam Whitman Bonnell. Tyler G. Burton. Zhuyoung Cho. Fei Chui. William Arian Green. Madison I. Holly. Dorothy Abigail Blaine Johnson. Vanessa June Lawson. Yunshin Lau. Katie Beth Librand. Mary Elizabeth Maddox. Douglas Robert Mott. Alicia Norani. Elizabeth Ray Perkins. Eric J. Smith. Courtney Michelle Welsh. Ryan Edward Whaley. Mark A. Winland. Nicole C. Wozniak. Benjamin William Dakota. Whitney Joe Ellis. Eric Lee Muncie. Reagan Noel Rogers. Brittany Lane Sloan. Miki Tanaka. Bachelor of Arts. Michael Evan Gettinger. Brandon Scott Preston. G. Cooper Harbert.
That's Cooper. Yeah, good job.
Athena Ann Bowling, cum laude. Kirsten Rihanna Hasty. Casey Michelle Harper. Mackenzie Gabrielle Teague, summa cum laude. Toriotic Ben Kipaset. Adams Rono. Sean Kirk Vandermosten, cum laude. Raven Simone Evans. Lynn Aaron Smith. Emily Ann Ratliff, cum laude. Sammy Ray Strunk, cum laude. Christopher Thomas Dial, cum laude. Cody Harrison Wagner. Nathan Alexander Simpson. Travis A. Simpson. Mary Margaret Phillips. Corey Dale Powell. Ashley Mullins. Bethany Diane Brown. Annabelle Brackenridge McKee. Nicholas Allen Davis. Kara Rebecca Stanley. Jinsey Lauren Miller. Robert Tyler Justice, cum laude. John Tyler Adkins. Seth William Mingy, cum laude. Joshua Christian Smith. Kyle Stephen Cornett. Jerry Thomas Hawkinsmith. Brian A. Overall. Joshua Michael Garrison. Thomas Edward Allen Blood. Savannah Renee May. Virgil Cody Chandler. James Mark Bevan Jr., magna cum laude. Seth Henderson, magna cum laude. Janetta Lynn Smith. Thomas Ray Pike II. Hannah Renee Smith. Joseph Charles Conrad. Hannah Michelle Waugh. John Charles Libo, summa cum laude. Christopher William Thurman. Kyle Daniel Doriere, summa cum laude. Joshua Halcomb. Tyrell Dwayne Johnson. Justin Ryan Young. Christian Allen Bowling. Megan Elizabeth Webb, magna cum laude. Samantha Jo Brumley, summa cum laude. Felix Jelani Sosa. Ileana Padilla Fiola, summa cum laude. Katie Leanne Parker. Kristen Nicole Murphy, summa cum laude. April Elaine Hoskins. Daisy Benningfield. Billy Benningfield. Nadia Elise Graib Thompson. Jessica Allie Turner. Heather Elizabeth Moore, cum laude. Neil Elizabeth Gilbert. Tracy Michelle Flexter Breimeyer. Amanda Eileen Wood. Chelsea Danielle Blackwell. Marcus Jonathan Segura. Bridget Lee Stidham, cum laude. Braxton Gregory Ratliff. Shadi Mustafa Rabi, cum laude. Trevor Lee Clark, cum laude. Ayla Michelle Morel, summa cum laude. Luke Harlan Wilson. Aaron Sky Lee, summa cum laude. Megan Elizabeth Holloway, cum laude. Elizabeth Nicole Eversole. Hannah Marie Eves. Zachary Lee Smith. Rodney Shane Tucker. Andrew Calvin Wagers, cum laude. Heather Christine Jones, cum laude. Shalia Rose Smith. Martha Jacqueline Price. Carissa Marie Haddix. Luann Cress Heist. Jessica Marie DeBoard. Elizabeth Caitlin McKinney. Elena M. Castro. Larry M. Proctor. Brandy Soné Hill. Alante Jewel Cooper. Amanda L. Spalding. Misty Dawn Allen. Megan Marie Mays. Ashley Scarlett Powell, magna cum laude. Courtney Paige Chrisman. Emily Diane Van Winkle Blethen, cum laude. Chelsea Nicole Officer. Christiana Avril Adiatu Thompson. Sequoia Lynn Wheeler. Justin Matthew Lukin. Bethany Nicole Perry, magna cum laude. Kendra Maria Wade Davis. Megan Rochelle Young. Michael Paul Seifert. Brianna S. Walker. Emily Louise Skanes. Sarah Elizabeth Sheeks. Tessa Renee Lewis. Mindy Marie Hamilton, magna cum laude. Taylor Roan Greer. Cody Jacob Van Hook. Kristen Grace Painter. Melissa Michelle Costa. Jordan Nicole Newman. Matthew Allen Reidner. Terrence Anthony Tuggle. James E. Reeder. Brittany Faye Masters. Andrew Michael Spencer. Sydney Millicent Arnold. Stephen Clay Baber. Rebecca Susan Easterling, magna cum laude. Joe Darren Berry, summa cum laude. Matthew C. McVeigh. William Jacob Stout, magna cum laude. Logan Ray Isaacs, cum laude. Nicholas Lee Deerkop. Orlando Jose Williams, Jr. Jeffrey Wayne Johnson. Asia Joné McDowell. Heidi Atkins Crutchfield. Paul Edward Alsip. Cole Thomas Childers. Grant Stephen Hicks. Robert A. Wine III. Tina Lee Jones. Malcolm T. White. Stephanie Leanne Million, cum laude. Megan Brooke Million, cum laude. Megan Danae Howard. Kristen Elizabeth Wilson. Dan Emmanuel Espinosa. Justin Allen Frizzle. Eileen Nicole Miller. Martin Posh Mudd. Michael Joseph Henry, magna cum laude. Nicholas Cole Middleton. James Lee Dodson, cum laude. Stephanie Nicole Jones. Ashley Michelle Parker. Kimberly Cunnigan, cum laude. Ruta Valenskaita. Agnes Atanga. Bachelor of Fine Arts. Jacob Dean King. Robert Benjamin Cheatham. Lindsay Loretta Carr, cum laude. Cassandra Lynette Shaver. Sharon Rose Ramsey, magna cum laude. Catherine M. Leonard. Alicia Elaine Hall. Kate Erin Barrow. Marla Brianne Mars. Bachelor of Music.
My group.
You want to do these? All right.
Travis Jeffrey Morris, magna cum laude. Brett Alexander James. Kevin Russell Case. Brian P. Henry. Keely Belinda Fletcher. Stephen C. Vaught.
Good job.
David K. Watkins. Lindsay Brianna Spalding. Chelsea Ray Ford. Evan Thomas Cummins, magna cum laude. Michael Spencer Stone, cum laude. Christopher Miles Fortner, cum laude. John Marshall Wiley. Jonathan Philip Hodge.
Good job.
Jacob Aaron Harmon. Jalita Jade Edwards, magna cum laude. Bethany Lynn Metzner, summa cum laude. Camry Logan Miller, summa cum laude. Amanda Michelle Hancock, summa cum laude. Gabriel Oliveira Fernandez, summa cum laude.
Yeah.
Bachelor of Science, Amanda K. Southard. Amanda Nicole Harrison, cum laude. James Dylan Livers. Stephen Jonah Cundiff. Amanda Nations Chandler. Lauren Rachel Lanier. Amanda Arlene Lowe. Lindsay Lee Wilhite. Tessa Matea Conlin. Sarah Elizabeth Hansford, magna cum laude. Dorinda Nicole Rigsby, summa cum laude. Ashley Nicole Sizemore. Nathan A. Raw. Tess Sebihan Akandus. Blake Dior Johnson. Crystal Danielle Bowman. Brooke Logan Estep, cum laude. Brittany Staup. Amanda Kincaid. Justine Jeanette Lee Gaston. Amelia Beth Coleman. Chelsea Lynn Kennedy, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Thomas. Joseph Stanford Darnell, Jr. Olena Ann Covey. Margaret Mary Gurwee. Skylar Barton Hayes. Ashley Nicole D. Fisher. Hannah Jean Reagan. Stephanie D. Souders. Dodie Carr. Chelsea Lynn Brooks. Taylor Lindsay Terrell. Sarah Elizabeth Wilson, cum laude. Chelsea Renee Zor, summa cum laude. Sherry Ann Lunsford. Amber Nicole Stone. Savannah Joe Dyer. Joel David Earhart. Constance Diane Powell. Jesse Jensen Godbold. Zachary Lewis Pickett, summa cum laude. Jana Michelle Shaw, cum laude. Lindsay Martz Bellaw. Kristen Andrew Cornett, cum laude. Hunter Jordan Horn. Andrew Benjamin Betancourt, cum laude. Hannah Claire Halcombe. Anthony Marcus Lewis. Meredith Denise Meadows. Armenta Brooke Spalding. Jessica Mariah Knatzer, summa cum laude. Bryce Thomas Shelton, magna cum laude. Shelby Catherine Holzknecht. Jessica Nicole Jacobs, summa cum laude. Brittany Michelle Biddle, summa cum laude. Richard Sinclair Abbott II, summa cum laude. Ariel Leandra Abner, cum laude. Erica Ashley Smith, magna cum laude. Riley Alexis Lowens. Dara Damron. Katie Lynn Plant. Rachel R. Merriman, cum laude. Tatiana Marie Cody. Adam Hodge Crichton. summa cum laude. Katrina Renee Holt, magna cum laude. Caitlin Judith Callahan. Carrie Elizabeth Goodrow. Sarah Melinda Thompson, cum laude. Ariane Chanel Nettles. Haley Jean King. Giovanni Pino. Pilar Scott Walker. Trayvon M. Carter. Hella Mary Beth Robbins, magna cum laude. Whitney Lynn Peters. Adam Logan Kimbler. Brittany Hope McDaniel. Christopher Allen Miracle. Sabrina Ismat Kawaja. Sarah Dawn Bailey. Megan Ashley Hunter. Heather Renee Pendery. Brittany Danielle Burton. Jamie Lynn Clay. Brittany Nicole Jones. Daniel Sotelo. Elizabeth A. Lancaster. Robert Wayne Westcott. John Christopher Conder. Thaddeus Bartholomew Carman. Philip Weston Salisbury, magna cum laude. Benjamin McClintock Ayers Kerr. Heather L. Warner, cum laude. Jordan M. Hensley. Gentry Alexander Hayes. Daniel Brown, summa cum laude. Jessica Nicole Madden. Gregory Nathaniel Petrie. Erin Marie Watts. Wesley Jordan Hall. Ezra Flint Dorsey. Chase Arthur Longacre. Matthew Thomas Mulaney. Mark Evan Johnson. Lauren Elise Carnegie. Peyton Danielle Malone, summa cum laude. Matthew Clark Williams. Tyler Darius Meister, summa cum laude. Forrest Gregory Hollins, summa cum laude. Justin Ross Mason. Emily Rose Mattingly. Jessica Joni Jordan Stout, summa cum laude. Andrew Stephen Rice. Elizabeth Marie Schneider, magna cum laude. Dustin Paul Griffin. Tracy Lynn Phillips, magna cum laude. Cody Bryant Newsom. Kelly Renee Thomas. Molly K. Williams, magna cum laude. Patrick J. Rogers, cum laude. Zachary Jordan Butler, cum laude. Kimberly Rose Williams. Carla Reagan Suttles. Deanie Lee Fitterer.
Self-explanatory.
Casey Ann Carlson. Nicole Michelle Davis. Carolyn Adams Austin. Andrea Nicole Jones. Sarah Southwick. Kelsey Bailey, magna cum laude. Madison Kate Ryden, magna cum laude. Jessica Nicole Job, magna cum laude. Travis Mackenzie Wilson. Andrew Jeremiah Matthews. Julie Ann Terrell. Alexandria D. Bryant, summa cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Caldwell, magna cum laude. Marissa Nicole Vunovich, summa cum laude. Mary Caitlin Evelyn Ball, magna cum laude. Mackenzie K. Corder. Jessica Lynn Boston. Caitlin Victoria Osterheg. Brooke Ray Johnson, magna cum laude. Jonathan Wesley Overbay, magna cum laude. Alex Michael Phillips, cum laude.
Hey, how are you?
Break a leg. Michelle Catherine Ruth Rossi, magna cum laude. Carissa Lee Anderson, magna cum laude. Kayla Danielle Davis. Rachel Ann Chandler. Heath Bryant Ward, magna cum laude. Sarah Angelina Clem, cum laude. Logan Daniel Carney, magna cum laude. Cody Allen Williams, magna cum laude. Timothy Ryan Kennedy. Brandy Nicole Baker, magna cum laude. Sarah Michelle Turner. Brittany Nicole Wethington, magna cum laude. Heather Brittany Sears. Travis Tyler Gatewood, magna cum laude. Melissa Ann Coleman. Samantha Lee Parrish. Ethan Keegan Wilson. Brycelyn Carr Sizemore, magna cum laude. Nina Antonia Salazar. Michael Dale Anthony Deaton, magna cum laude. Dana Brooke Lee, magna cum laude. Victoria Lynn Dersham, cum laude. Casey J. Howdyshell, summa cum laude. Adam Chase Flutie, summa cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Nomovitz, cum laude. Melissa Renee Sterling, cum laude. Rachel Leanne Ganley. Emily Olivia Dames, cum laude. Brian Scott Wise, summa cum laude. Emily Page Fife, summa cum laude. Sayoa Ascos, summa cum laude. Sarah Lindsay Kelsey, cum laude. Jeremy Allen Fink. Lindsay Blair Vance, cum laude. Alexi Nicole Fielder. Amanda Michelle Roberts. Bachelor of Social Work. Tanner Michael Hensley. Sonia Murga. Kaylin Marie Walker. Emily Page Malott. Janie Dawn Wynn. Jessica Lee Varney, magna cum laude. Heather Nicole Patton. Rebecca Jordan Ford, magna cum laude. Rhonda Deanna Armijo, cum laude. Jessica Marie Gibson. Holly Nicole Tate. Tiffany Nicole Woolham, cum laude. Melissa Kimberly Sarver. Brooke Ashley Gibson. Joshua Ryan Sifter Kaufman. Associate of Applied Science. Heidi Suzanne Thatcher. Sarah Arlene Worley. Associate of General Studies, Marcia Renee Parker.
That is a lot of names, and I think we owe a huge round of applause to Professor Stephen Higginbotham. How about that? We've been here since 8 o'clock this morning, and this Alumni Coliseum has gone through different iterations of heat and cool. And as students come across, sometimes they feel like it's the last chance to give me a piece of advice. So about midday today, a student shook my hand and said, "Hey, Mr. President, I got a piece of advice for you. There's a Kentucky company that can help with a heat problem in here. Time to invest in a big-ass fan." And I think we got a space right up here at the top of the roof. I also want to, before Colonel Hundle comes up here for the commissioning of our second lieutenants, this will be his last commencement exercise. And Colonel Hundle, I want to thank you for your service to our country and also the university. Thank you very much. Graduates, the moment for which you have worked so long and hard is now at hand. If you've not already done so, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Hudnall will now issue the military oath of office to Second Lieutenants Dan Espinoza, Justin Frizzell, Michael Henry, Eileen Miller, and Martin Mudd. At this time, would the parents of all of our commissionees and all veterans please stand and remain standing for the oath of office.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Dan Espinoza.
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the Army of the United States, do solemnly swear to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations, lieutenants.
Thank you very much. Alumni are so very important in the life of a university, and we are blessed at Eastern to have the loyal support of more than 135,000 graduates worldwide. Dr. Tom Martin, President-elect of our International Alumni Association, will now offer words of greeting to our newest alumni, the class of 2014. Dr. Martin.
Thank you, President Benson. Courtney and Josh, congratulations. This evening, graduates, you are joining a very special group of individuals, men and women from all over the world who have brought great honor to this institution by distinguishing themselves in their careers and in their communities. In your time here at EKU, I hope that in addition to your academic success and the relationships that you have cultivated for a lifetime, that you have learned the importance of service. It is my hope that as you go into your communities, you will give back with acts of service, that you will find opportunities to share with others how your great journey began here at EKU, that you will be generous with your time, talents, and treasures to Eastern Kentucky University, that as Horace Mann, one of the key figures in our nation's history, who argued successfully for universal public education over 250 years ago, when he charged his students, quote, "Be ashamed to die until you have won some victory for humanity." Now, spring 2014 graduates, please stand. By virtue of the degree conferred upon you by the faculty and the Board of Regents of Eastern Kentucky University, I hereby declare you to be members of the Eastern Kentucky University International Alumni Association with all the rights and privileges of membership. Congratulations and welcome. You may now be seated.
Thank you very much, Tom. I'd like to extend to each of the graduates my congratulations and those of my colleagues. You depart this university with our best wishes and most sincere regard. You leave EKU a better place because of your service and achievements. I sincerely hope a bond has been formed between you and this institution. Your diploma is more than just a piece of paper. It is your ticket into the world of educated persons and an invitation to join for life the Eastern Kentucky University family. From this time forward, the name, the traditions, the influence of this university are freely yours, just as your achievements, your successes, indeed the tenor of your life will reflect forever on EKU. To the class of 2014, you represent an incredibly minuscule portion of the world's population as college graduates. What this diploma does not mean is this, that you are inherently better than anyone else. What it does mean is that you have been granted an amazing opportunity to acquire knowledge and experience. What you do with this knowledge and your education is the ultimate barometer and will be the standard by which your life is judged. Finally, as you consider your academic accomplishment today, please reflect on these words of Mark Twain. He once wrote, quote, "When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant I could hardly stand to have the old man around. But when I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years." So at the conclusion of today's ceremony, I would like each of you graduates to find your mom or dad or a family member and friend, give them a hug of appreciation, and let them know just how pleased you are at how much they've learned while you've been away at Eastern Kentucky University. Now, for the last time, let us recognize with a hearty round of applause the class of 2014, this year's Eastern Kentucky University graduates. If you will kindly stand now for the alma mater, led by Dr. Richard Waters and the University Singers, followed by the recessional. As the recessional begins, please remain standing until the platform party has left the arena. Thank you very much, and go Easter.